Welcome to Joa Fitness Health Wellness Video Podcast, a space to ignite your day through positive conversations. We bring people that have created excellence in their life, sharing high vibration in their reawakening path.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My name is Joa Rivas, and I welcome you to Joa Fitness Podcast. It is happening every week, and you are expecting every Friday to hear talks about health and wellness, especially for the posture. I'm actually a yoga and Pilates teacher for the past 11 years, since 2010. And I've been dedicating my time to understand posture and the spine because I had scoliosis. The scoliosis was affecting my back since I was 15 years old for 10 years. And after 10 years of hard work, understanding what was happening to me, practicing exercises, going to therapies, acupuncture, all type of alternative medicine, plus a regular taking meds, and so much, I finally could overcame the pain, and I fought it, and now I don't have any back pain for 10 years. And I love to spread the voice and tell people how I did it, because you don't want to be dealing with a back pain, right? So if this is something that interests you, these are topics that I always talk on the podcast. And today, especially today, I've been bringing this series because we are entering into summer. This week was actually summer solstice in Toronto, and we actually taught a yoga class, beautiful yoga class last night. It was very empowering, welcoming the full moon in Capricorn, and a lot of transformations are happening on us. And today I do have a special guest that's been sharing her information, her knowledge with us related to the skincare, because we cannot forget our skin is the largest organ in our body. And it's very important for us to take care of the skin, especially in this season that we are going to be out and receiving sunlight more than normal. So today I'm here with Toru Miyake. She is a beautiful woman. For those that can see her live, you can see that she's a living example of beauty from within, especially her face is glowing. She is medical esthetician, and she not only works with the skin from the outside, but also from the inside with nutrition approach, which is something that aligns completely into my career as well. That's why we are here together sharing information about the skincare. So Toru, how are you today? How are you feeling today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, Joa.
Yes, thank you, Toru. Toru is also a mother of two, and she's in Toronto. And she is actually a mother of two teenagers, almost going into an adult. So I could not believe it, because I thought she was, like super younger than I thought. So this was very surprising, because if you can see her in the channel, you can see how beautiful she is. And I'm really curious about the secrets. Like, how can you keep your skin so healthy? And I want to learn, because to be honest, I never really pay attention in my skin. I'm just very blessed that I have this constitution of African with Spanish, Italian, and I'm very lucky because my skin is being there, I guess because of nutrition. But we want to learn today about many things, but today we are dedicating this talk about acne, because last two talks with Toru, which you actually can go down and scroll down and click into the last two talks, we actually share about the skincare in general, like the steps to moisturize, to tone our skin, especially our face. But today we're going to be chatting about acne, because it's affecting many people. And I want to know if it's only affecting the teenagers. Anytime we hear acne, we relate it to the puberty, we relate it to the adolescents. But I actually have seen it on mothers. I've seen it on pregnant women a lot. And I've seen it also in on people that don't have healthy diets or healthy nutrition, let's say. So Toru, tell us, for those people don't know, like, what is acne and when the actually acne happens in our body.
Yes, absolutely. Acne is one topic that's very close to my heart, because I struggled with it myself, actually pretty early on, starting from 6 to 12. Throughout my teenage years, I struggled with acne, as well as eczema. And again, when I was turning 29, all the way till 32, 33. So, like you said, acne is not only for teenagers. It can happen to anybody, especially when a person is going through a hormonal transition. A lot of times that's also paired with stress and your insulin level and your sleep. So I think we talked about all those components in our first talk, but today we want to kind of focus just on how to prevent, treat, and get the best outcome of your acne treatment regimen.
Yeah, it's so also interesting because actually acne in the United States, there are about 60 million of people that have acne problems, and this includes of all type and grades of acne, from the mild to occasional breakouts. And it's 60 million, so 20% of these ones have acne, and it's bad enough that leave scars in the skin, right? I think one of the things that we're the most scared is to get scars in our face, right, in our frame. So we need to make sure that we just don't know how to treat it. We need to know how to actually heal it after we go through the treatment. So why don't we just first start with what are the type of acne, so people understand the grades?
Absolutely. So acne, it doesn't happen to you because your skin is dirty. Acne happens because of the overproduction of your dead skin cells. Your skin cells are being overproduced, whether it's because of your hormonal change or your diet change. Your body is going through a lot of inflammation, and your skin cells are no longer being produced as normal as they can. So it doesn't, a lot of people suffer this judgment or self-judgment that maybe my skin is very dirty. I have to wash it, 3, 4, 5 times a day. That's not what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about how to take care of those pores. Inside each pore, there's a lining, and then inside that lining of the pores, when you're going through acne, it's being filled up with dead skin very fast. So how can we actually prevent that? People start to notice acne when they start to notice a lot of blackheads, whiteheads. We call them comedones. So those things are what we call grade 1 acne. So those are just very minor. You can feel it, you can see it, but they're not red at this point. They're just plugged pores. So that can be managed with proper exfoliation, which I can talk about in a minute. The second grade or the third grade, which a lot of people have mixture of, is when those comedones actually start to develop bacterial infection. So they're actually turning red.
Oh, you are muted for some reason.
Sorry, I
apologize. And then so those clogged pores are now becoming inflamed. So the acne bacteria is inside having a party, basically. So what can we do to treat those active acne? We're going to talk about that. And then the grade 4 level of acne is a full-on blown boils, so red and much deeper. And then the scars actually happen the longer your skin goes through inflammation. So dealing with inflammation when it is happening is key. We don't want to touch it. We don't want to make it worse. We want to bring down the redness without breaking the skin as fast as possible. Is the best way to prevent bad scars to happen. But we also want to talk about what do you do when you are already experiencing some scars.
So to summarize, you commented there are actually 3 grades of acne. And I think most of the puberty time, we are experiencing at least the grade 1. And then if it's not treated, it can escalate, right, to the third one, which is where the bacteria is already growing. So for those people listening to this podcast in the moment, we would like to know if you ever experienced, type in, send us your experience, and if you actually have been able to manage it. I know you can go to a dermatologist that can actually prescribe you just a simple med, but we actually want to know if it's related to a hormone. I think that's a very important thing, because hormones are constantly changing, especially on women. 54% of women experience acne, so it's a higher percentage. Acne goes more into women than men. But we want to know also, like, what is the hormones specifically, or what hormones are related to this disruption on the face, like what could happen.
A lot of times hormone disturbances can start from both diet change or just chronic state of poor nutrition. So a lot of people could be eating well, but maybe the good nutrients are not being absorbed into your body because your digestive health is not in its best shape, as well as stress. If you're not sleeping properly because of your stress, first of all, your liver is not functioning properly. That means your liver is not able to extract toxins, waste out of your body. Again, if your stress hormone is high, your cortisol level is high, so that can also inflame your body overall. Your body is, instead of becoming alkaline, it's more acidic. So that's a very stressful environment for your overall cells.
What about allergies?
Allergies for acne?
Like food allergies that can actually cause acne.
Right. So food allergies are not the cause of acne, but food allergy is one of the red flags or an indication that there is something going on with your digestive system, and also your free radicals being, turning your body into a weakened state of immune system, that you're no longer able to cope with a stressor. Right? You're no longer able to cope with a stressor. And as a result, a lot of people who are showing food allergies also happen to have acne at the same time. So the food sensitivity and allergies, if you have that, you might also be seeing that in your skin. I also do a face map analysis. So, depending on where you're breaking out, that can give me an indication of, okay, so you have been going maybe 48 hours without sleeping very regularly. If you have a lot of pimples here, you're going through a hormonal acne for sure. If you're going
on the chin,
having around the chin, and if you have a lot of inflammation, including a lot of boils and acne at the center of your cheeks, definitely your cortisol level is maxed out.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So like certain areas in the face, it could be correlated with a hormone. So all these factors can trigger acne, and I wanted to know that, like you say, the solutions for, let's say, the mild acne, which most of us, we experience mild acne at least once in our young age of life, most likely. Yeah.
So this type of acne can be managed or prevented ahead of the time, just by keeping what we talked about in our second podcast, just maintaining a healthy skincare regimen that's matched to your skin type, but also paying attention to your exfoliation, how you exfoliate. I do not recommend rubbing, salt or brown sugar or lemon juice or baking soda, things that you can just open your kitchen cupboard and then rubbing into your skin. I do not recommend that. That can actually hurt your skin. What I recommend is, if you're sensitive skin and you know that in the past you notice that your skin is can get ready quickly, then opt for a lactic acid based or enzyme based. Papaya, pineapple, those things have natural fruit enzymes. So enzyme infused cleanser or lactic acid based serum that you can use a couple times, maybe 1 or 2 times a week at nighttime, to remove your dead skin regularly so that your pores don't get clogged. If you're not very sensitive, you're between oily to, combination skin, glycolic acid is a good ingredient to incorporate. And in terms of somebody who wants more hydration and just wants to balance, oil and hydration, incorporate niacinamide, vitamin B3 serum, so that every day what you're doing is you're balancing the level of your oil and hydration to prevent that overclogging of your pores.
So this one is mild, but what about when the acne goes to the grade 3, which is the one that we actually already have in the bacteria, and it turns like in white pimples that we just want to break it, and that if we break it, we actually causing more damage. So what to do when anyone that is listening to this is experiencing this type of acne? What should we do?
Yes. So once you start to notice one or two of your acne getting bigger, redder, and more itchy, and then you know, okay, this is like, it's like when you catch a cold, you start to feel it in your throat. You know when it's happening. So that's the best time to treat it. Please do not ever try to pop it, especially when the pimple is red. That means you're going to break that bacteria, and then the bacteria party is just going to be spread all over your face. You don't want to do that. What you can do is incorporate spot treatment. So if you are somebody who has rosacea, very sensitive skin, you don't want to use salicylic acid or anything aggressive, then choose azelaic acid, which is a little bit more appropriate for sensitive skin type, but it can still, it's antibacterial. It can kill that bacteria in your pores. If you are somebody who can handle glycolic acid and seeing a redness, then you can use salicylic acid, which is a willow tree based acid that is antibacterial. It goes inside that pore that is inflamed with bacteria, and then it will clean out that oil, it will clean out the dead skin, and then reduce that inflammation. And if you're somebody who has strong skin, and you have a little bit more redness, red acne, then definitely go ahead and use benzoyl peroxide, as well as vitamin A, like a type of retinoid, to help bring down that that kind of behavior of
inflammation. Yeah. Okay. So one more question: if someone is experiencing this, according to your experience, how long, since the moment they start applying this treatment, how long would it take them to actually heal? Would this take weeks, days?
So if the one of the things that I do is, customize the plan for each individual skin. I can see results, especially if it's a grade 1, 2, 3 acne, in a couple of weeks for sure. It depends on how well they can apply the full regimen, including the diet plan. But if it's occasional, definitely the spot treatment should work overnight, depending on the quality of the product that they're using. But it shouldn't be a problem. Acne shouldn't drag on. If it's chronic, then that person definitely needs to go deeper in treatment, whether they have to go and have antibiotics in their system, or they need to actually have a full, meal regimen also recommended.
Yeah, particularly I noticed when I was younger, in my 20s or even in my teens, I had a reaction to dairy. So definitely I eliminated the dairy more than 10 years ago, and no dairy. Even I tried goat cheese and buffalo, and I definitely cannot tolerate not even that type of dairy. So I eliminated. So definitely there is a nutrition aspect that it can influence. Chocolate with milk, the same. If the chocolate is dark chocolate, it's okay. But if it has a little, a little bit of milk, that also will give me a reaction. So like that thing is very important to also for anyone listening to this, to go to your doctor for sure, get to their dermatologist and take at a real deeper level if it's something that is getting out of your hands, like more of an acute acne.
I would also add, incorporating anti-inflammatory properties like omega-3 in your diet, making sure you have all of different types of vitamin B. Very important.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So for working and getting the treatment for this type of skin bacteria, remember that this is not only affecting the teenagers, it's also affecting the adults. So we are all under the risk of getting acne, and it's important to know how to treat it. So is there anything else that you want to share today before we just conclude our talk today?
Well, you want to focus also on hydration and soothing your skin, especially when you're experiencing a lot of redness, because your skin is now sensitive. It's not just oily, it's also sensitive. You may not even be oily skin and have acne. So at that point, you don't just want to use acne treating bacteria fighting ingredients. You also want to use soothing ingredients like aloe vera, chamomile, allantoin, and licorice, and green tea, and turmeric. These are ingredients in your skincare moisturizer, especially, that can help soothe at the same time calm down your skin. I wanted to talk about the fact that, I always offer my consultation to anyone that needs my help. And that includes topical, regimen recommendation as well as nutrition recommendation. And then you can find me at my email, facesbytoru@gmail.com.
Yes, because you commented of so many treatments that you can do for mild and acute acne. I wanted to know, I was very curious about where can you get these type of treatments? Do you have a line of products that you can offer, or you recommend a particular brand, something that you can, because there is so much out there, so it's better to be. Yes,
there is a lot out there, and it's why consultation is important. I cannot make a recommendation for individuals, online like this, because there's a general audience, and I don't know what's going on with their skin behind this, viewers. So that's why I always highly recommend people reaching out to me, and I provide a half an hour consultation so that I can learn everybody's skin. The product line, brand, and all those things can be very customized, very individualized. It's different from one person to the next.
Okay. Well, awesome, Toru. I think we learned a lot, especially all the treatments. I don't think people have heard so many treatments, and I think there's very valuable information, especially for the pregnant woman that are experiencing. Definitely, it could be hormonal. I do also have an naturopath doctor that I have some talks with her, so I always bring other type of angles to find different solutions. So, but today was all dedicated to acne. If you guys have found this fascinating or something that you really catch today, I would love to know what was the number one takeaway from our talk, and share with your friends. You know, anyone that is experiencing acne and they feel hopeless, well, maybe this could help. And also contact Toru at Toru Faces by Toru. That's the Instagram, and she will be more like super happy to just give you a consultation and share her knowledge. Tell us about any event that you're planning so we get to meet you in person.
Yes, absolutely. We actually have a very amazing collaboration happening on June 30th, which is Wednesday coming up at 8 o'clock. It's a webinar, a special collaboration with none other than Joa herself here, because I provide, we always do this Wellness Wednesday event once a month. And my audience would appreciate learning so much about the posture and spinal health, which is the foundation of wellness. Whether you're somebody who's just getting into fitness or somebody who's active but want to take it up to a different level. And then we're going to talk about how important anti-inflammatory diet is and how we can support with that. So that's going to be a very informative evening. It's a very fun interactive event that we're going to have, and it's going to give people a chance to interact with both of us.
Nice. So that's Wednesday Wisdom. It's next Wednesday, June 30th, and it's going to be at what time?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. It's at 8 p.m. Toronto time. So you guys are all welcome. I have the Zoom link attached to this video, so you get to watch it. You get to just book that time for us. And I'm very excited to bring my story to everybody and to meet people online. So this is an online meeting, and the access is universal to everybody.
Yes.
So, well, thank you so much, Toru, for your precious time. I was very blessed and grateful to have you for 3 talks, sharing about how the sun affects our skin, how can we take care of our face, and now talking about acne. So we talk about 3 topics, really interesting. One more time, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, making comments, sharing with your friends. And remember that together we are stronger. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Thank you.
We invite you to subscribe to this channel and share with your community. Please leave comments below, and if you like the episode, click the like button. Have a beautiful day.